live, Facebook Live from the person who runs Arizona, owns Arizona, okay, GM of Arizona. Ladies and gentlemen, Kristina Watson, welcome to the show. Uh-oh. Wow, I scared her off with that intro, Paul.
Yes.
Well, let's give her a second. Hopefully, she can just get right back in. She probably hit her keyboard and knocked herself off. That would be hilarious, actually, if she did that. I'll text her right now and tell her to jump on since we're already rolling. Should I sing something while waiting, Paul? Do you think?
Yeah, go ahead and have a stop.
There she is. Oh, there she is.
Seriously, it only happens to me. Just tell yourself.
That's hilarious.
No one,
You, I saw you
obviously,
stretch forward. I thought maybe you hit the keyboard or something.
no, I got a phone call. So clearly no one knows that I'm doing this Facebook Live and not to call me between 10 and 10:30 because that's what
Don't
happened.
answer it, Kristina.
Oh my
I
God.
know
So if I get another phone call, is that going to happen again?
it shouldn't. It shouldn't happen. It should like just blink for a second. But anyway, we'll
Yeah.
move and hopefully. But if it happens, just dial right back in. But it shouldn't.
Yeah, I
Okay.
apologize, everyone, but it really truly only happens to me.
Well, let's jump into it. Tell them a little about yourself. How long you've been doing this lovely thing called real estate.
So you want me to start from the beginning when I got licensed, or is this going to be me bragging about my career path, or me just kind of sugarcoated to the last 2 years?
You can do a little of everything. Sprinkle in a little of
Oh,
everything. Okay. Right. Remember, we only have 20
okay.
minutes. uh,
That's it. Okay. Because you know me, I can talk all day. All right. Well, I got my license in 2005. Was part of well, I was corporate originally and got laid off. And so one of my husband's friends were like, "Christina, get your real estate license. You can join my team, and it's the easiest money ever." So I was like, "Oh my God, yeah! If it's easy money, hands down, let me go for it. I don't have to go and interview with other companies." So, yeah, my sister in law came out from Maryland. We went to school together. Um, that was in September, October. I got laid off in September. October, got my license, closed my first deal the day before Thanksgiving. So in November. And it was, yeah, yeah. And I was 276,000. My husband, he was so cute. Came home with, because of course I was so excited with my first contract that I called him, told him about it. He printed the Plano for me and actually had it framed and put it on my desk. So when I got home, I could see it. And I was like, oh my God, I love my husband so much. It was so sweet. And I still have it to this day because I was very proud of that very first one that I knew nothing in real estate, and for a buyer to put that much trust in me, I thought, wow, okay, I could actually do this. So I was on that team for, I would say, probably a year, year and a half until it was just, I'm very structured. Coming from corporate, I am an 8 to 5 girl. I like to do my work, come in, do my work. And they're like, oh, let's go shopping or let's go to the movies. And I was just not like that. They've always been in real estate. So I was like, yeah, no, this is not for me. I'm going to go out on my own. So I did that for a while. And then REOs came to be a thing. Had my first child when I in 2008, which it was great for me because REOs, and I did thousands of BPOs. I could literally take my son in the car, go take photos of homes, then come back and then go and do the data entry for the BPO. So I did that up until probably 2012. And then I then had a pivot. And that's one thing about real estate is you always have to change with the market. You can't just be a one type of agent and be able to survive through that circle of the real estate market. So I became then a buyer's agent again, because in that part the market was, getting better. One regret during all of those REO days that I didn't buy any properties. Zero properties. I was literally listing properties for $30,000, and not once did I ever think, oh well, maybe I should go and buy a couple of these properties. I just didn't think about it, and that's my only regret in real estate. But it was still fun as it was. But and then in 2018, I got my broker's license, opened my own brokerage. I did that up until 2024, and I was kind of done being the real estate agent, and so I went to a listing appointment. The dude ghosted me, refused to open the door. I kind of had my little Kristina moment in my car, and then my husband's like, "Well, have you thought about closing your brokerage and go and be a, go join a big box?" And I was like, "That's failure. How dare you say that to me?" And I hung up on him. I was like, "You
Wow.
know that to me." Yeah. So then the listing was in Fountain Hills, and I live in Gilbert. So it's probably about a 30-40 minute drive. By the time I got home, I calmed down, and I was like, okay, he's right. Like, again, I just kind of have to change with the market. I was frustrated. I was done being the salesperson. And anyone that knows, if you own your own brokerage, to keep the lights on, you have to continue making those sales. So I was done with it. So that night, my husband, because everyone knows I suck at technology, but he went online, helped me, found the brokerage manager position with Berkshire Hathaway. I applied, and now 2 years, 5 months later, here I am, the
Two and a
regional
half years.
manager. Well done.
But you're
Yeah.
still large and in charge. You just are now of Arizona, and what do we have out there? Like 700, 800 agents. So it's good.
Yep. And I love it. And it's funny because it's the same. That's one thing that I've done very well in my real estate career, and I've always done this from the very beginning, is building those relationships. I never consider myself as a salesperson. I am, like, I know I suck at sales. Like, that is not me at all. But I'm very good at building those relationships. And so I'm doing the same thing. I just have different clients. Buyers and sellers are not my clients. Agents are my clients. So I'm having fun building those relationships with our agents.
Yes, and they're having fun with you too. And I heard nothing but wonderful things. And it's kind of an interesting job too, because one day you can be in Tucson, next day you can be in Sedona, next day you can be in Gilbert. Because what do we have?
Yeah,
Like nine or ten offices there, right? In Arizona.
we have we have 9 offices. Yesterday it was in Sedona. Today I'm actually in Tucson. And then tomorrow I'll be at home in Scottsdale base office. So that's not going to be too boring of a drive for me. But yeah, I'm all over the place and I love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
I love what you said too, because it really is about building relationships. Whether you're dealing directly with sellers or buyers, or you're dealing with the agents, let's face it, the agents are more high maintenance, but they're wonderful, right?
I wouldn't trade them for the world. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great group in
Yeah.
Arizona too. We got some really good agents with our new office, and people should know this. I think they should know this, that you work at the office that has the largest American flag west of the Mississippi. I think that's important to know, right?
Yes, and my office is like, I think I have the best office because literally I'll be sitting on the phone and I just turn and look out the window and it's literally right there. And when it's windy, it looks absolutely gorgeous. Like, it's just flowing in the wind. And so yeah, I have the best office view. Yep.
The flag is like the size of an Olympic pool, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is huge. I'll be driving from the Northwest office, which I was doing that on Monday, and from the 101 freeway, I could literally see the flag. I took my son to a doctor's appointment again from the freeway. I was like, "Oh, there's mom's office right there where the flag is." He's like, "No way," and I was like, "Yeah, that's where it is." And the
I
freeway
love
is probably what, 4 or 5 miles like
it.
east of the office. So yeah, it's huge.
Well, that's what the story I heard was they had that tall flagpole, and then the apartments went up, which kind of blocked the view of the flag from Scottsdale Road. So they put the Gigunda flag in, so now you can see it again. And that's the whole story I heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's the story. And it is. I did a video the last time I was here. I did a video. That's how unbelievably huge and cool this flag looks. But anyway, enough about the flag. Let's talk about the wonderful agents you work with. So, what have you learned making this transition? Because it's been a learning process, hasn't it?
With anything, it always is a learning experience, and I kind of come in with the preconceived notion that okay, these agents are all the same. Like they're all like they have the same expectations, they have the same needs, and that is furthest from the truth. They're all unique and different and absolutely wonderful people that, and it's been fun, right? Getting to know each one of their needs. I have no problem walking into the office, and it takes me a couple minutes just to get to my office because I'm stopping in and I'm saying, hi, okay, what are you working on? What are you doing here? Like, what can I help you with? Just because they're all in different levels of their business, and it's great to see. It really is.
It
So
really is. I mean, and you have so many different personality styles there too.
yeah, there's huge personalities that they love the attention, and then we have some that nope, I don't want anything. Like just leave me alone. I'm good. Let me just do my work. Yeah,
Yeah, I love it.
yeah.
I love it. So give us some. So you are obviously a great salesperson and still are. And the even though you don't call it that, you call it relationship builder. But I understand what you're saying. But you have some really different personalities there too. So give us a couple traits. Like what do you see that's consistent around people? The two or three things that that sell a lot of real estate, that do well, have great customer service. What are some of the common things you see with them?
So some of those things that I see is that they go back to basics, right? So even though they're still doing those videos on social media, and they make our job look so easy, but when they're in the office, it's back to basics where they're following up with their sphere. They're doing open houses. They're calling other agents, hey, I got this buyer, I need this and this, do you have something available? Like they're doing that unsexy work part of the job. And so we forget about that sometimes when we see an agent that just posts a video on Facebook or Instagram, but we don't see everything else. We don't see the unfun stuff that they're doing, and it's a good reminder to put out there. And in fact, I used to do that myself whenever I was selling. Like I would keep everything. I was a hard copy. I printed out everything, but I literally put on my folders every conversation that I had. And so at the closing table, I would literally give that to my seller or buyer and say, okay, this is everything that I've done. Like, this is like, I had this really tough conversation with the buyer's agent regarding the Benzer. You didn't need to know that because that's what you have me for. But now I get to tell you that we got through it and we're now at the closing table. Because I think if we don't do a better job explaining all the unsexy behind the scenes type of work, then that kind of falls behind. And then they're like, oh, you're just a paper pusher. No, not really, not even close. So I think with our agents, the ones that are successful doing it, they're coming in, they're doing that unsexy sphere, they're doing the open houses, they're calling. Sorry, an agent.
You are, everybody,
It's one of
where
my
are you today?
favorites.
Tucson? Are you in Tucson today? Hey, Bridget!
I'm crashing the
Woohoo!
party. We'll
Okay,
I
you
get
can
more
crash
views
anytime
now.
you want to. Speaking
We
of
love
social media
Kristina.
sensation, there she is. Hey,
Now, I'll let you get
Bridget,
back to it. Okay. Thank you, my
it's time
dear.
for us to do another one, Bridget.
I love you.
She's the best. I just called her last week. I just called her last week to remind her that I was on. Hey, Catherine, what's up, baby?
We're
All these,
photobombing. See
yeah,
how
it's
lucky I am,
your turn.
Rick?
It's
I
your turn to do another one of these, Catherine, too.
am. Have a good
Come on.
time. By the way, she's the best. She is the best.
She is. Yes, she is.
Good to
Thank
see
you.
you, Rick.
Same here, Amy. Good to see you. I love it. I love it.
And
It's time.
this is my happy place, Rick, is whenever I'm with my agents because I am not the most polished regional manager. I'm not going to be, I don't know, the most professional, but I get to be me and I get to have my agents that's going to support me as much as I'm going to support them. And that is what I truly, truly love about this company.
That's awesome. Yeah, and everybody, just so you know, that's she's in Tucson. Those are the two top agents in Tucson right there, coming over to give you love. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. My heart is just full. Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. Good. Well, it just goes to show you with how they feel about you, which is important, I think, too. It's great. Two women I talk to all the time, too. They're so awesome. And I just talked to Brit. I talked to both of them because, Catherine had that scare with her son, which he's doing well, which
Yeah.
is great. And then
Yeah.
Bridget was one of the stars at the convention this year. And I call a reminder every now and then that I was in the front seat with her panel. And everybody in the panel was good, but she was by far the star on that panel.
Oh yeah. No. And I always tell her that. I'm like, thank you so much for making us look so good because I absolutely love you. And I felt so bad because she wanted me to go to convention so bad to help support her, but I cannot get on a damn airplane. Like that look oh, we can edit that. I guess we can't edit that out.
No,
Oh
we're
my God.
live.
I'm
We're
so
live. You can
my
say
God,
Glenn, you
sorry.
can say
We can't, I just
whatever
can't
you
get on
want.
an
I'm
airplane.
okay with it. We're Facebook Live. It's okay though. No,
Oh well.
she's
She's
go ahead.
amazing. Just absolutely love her.
It's such a great office, very productive office. It's one of the most it's not one of, it's the most productive office of PPP, production per
Yes.
person.
Small but mighty. Small
Yep.
but mighty. Yep.
Okay,
So
cool. All right.
I got your question, so I guess we'll go on to the
You gave me
next
one.
question. 'Cause I don't-
You gave me one, which is they stick to the basics. They do the unsexy behind the scenes work, which I think is a great point. And honestly, that's a lot of what my coaching is about because if unless you have a foundation, you can't go up from there. You can't be doing social media. If you don't have a pipeline of people, like the first place you have to start is develop your pipeline, use the VAC or BHH Connect, make sure they're getting drips from you. You got to be building that all the time. Then, AI and social media and all that stuff comes into play and makes you better, but you got to have a foundation. So I agree with you. Because I work with a lot of them and they do the basics.
Yeah,
What else?
just
Anything
go
else
down.
you think of?
Yeah, back to basics. And then something just keep up with your education, your real estate education. Like it is constantly changing, and so you can save yourself a lot of trouble, right? If you keep up with your education. Come to the training classes. Mary Sand and Kristina Rogowski has amazing classes, and they're always up in the BAC, especially when markets get tough. Instead of kind of backing away, sitting on the couch watching TV, no, this is your time to go still be in real estate, take those classes, get you back to being motivated as, oh, maybe I should try something like this or do something like that. But you never want to back away from real estate. You want to just make, like get further into it. Still do the work, still come into the office, still do the classes. And then I would also say collabing with other agents. There is so much value coming into the office, and this is why I love coming into the Scottsdale office. Out of all of our offices, the Scottsdale office is the busiest, meaning we have more agents coming to the office on a daily basis. So I love when I come in and I see agents that have their own offices, but they're sitting in the bullpen, like because they're collabing with other agents. Like that's how deals can happen. That's how ideas come up. This is where frustrations can now turn into where we can problem solve things. So I think like if you're working just from home and you're not feeling connected, come into the office. That is the number one way for you to feel connected and get help.
Absolutely, absolutely. And like you said, we always have training going, and that I'm doing success series right now online
Yeah.
for Arizona. So we have all kinds of stuff happening for them to learn. And you're right. I mean, even though the market is, I would call it a little stale, but it is steady, right?
Yeah.
But you could still be filling your pipeline. There are still closings that happen, and I don't know what, maybe you know the answer to this. I was trying to find the answer because I know at one time, there were what in the Phoenix area, there was about 70,000 licensed people. Do you know what that's dropped to now? I don't know. I haven't.
I want to I want to say we're around 58,000 now. So
Okay, that would make
we've lost quite a few of them because it's not easy money, like I was told. Like
that's funny.
you, it's not just going to fall into your lap. I always say the first year or two is probably going to be the easiest if you really don't put in the work, right? Because if you're just working through your sphere, you're getting your family and friends who you've already built that relationship with. And then once you go through that, then that's when the real work, like that's practice, your family and friends, that is practice. And so once you go through that, then that's when you really have to start working your business. And that's where, well, we all know that's when people start, okay, yeah, this is not for me.
Right. You got to pick some lead sources. You work your sphere,
Yeah.
obviously, like you said, but you got to work in something else. Are you going to have a really good farm and work it? Are you going to do some expired, some for sale by owners? Like you said, social media. Be consistent with your videos. Give out good content. There's all kind, and Bridget, and those two that just pop their faces in couldn't be more
Yeah.
opposite. Bridget is all about
Correct.
the new stuff, social media. She's like, her, and then Catherine is about the contacts and so forth. So you can do this business so many different ways that it's really, you can really design it around your personality, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I can never, like I tried calling expireds. Like I was like already in my head, already, oh, they're going to say no, they're going to just hang up on me. So I was sabotaging myself already, right up front before they even said hello. So I knew that was never going to work for me. But door knocking, open houses, me face to face, that's where I knew my value was going to be because I'm really, like I said, I'm really good about building those relationships and I could do that face to face because I can read their body language. I can read their expressions and stuff like that. So I knew, okay, oh, do I need to lean in this way or lean in that way or, push harder? Like I could physically see that. So, but yeah, and there's enough business to go around for everybody. So find what you're good at. If you're good at calling expireds, great. If you're good at just doing mailers, we have one agent out of the Scottsdale office where he's getting tons of leads from just mailers that he's doing one neighborhood and he's sending out these really cool mailers. Great. That's great that for him. I mean, is it going to make him 20 million? Not today, but it could, further down because he's building his database. And so
Mhm.
for him to work it.
Yep.
And that first cold call, it's only that first call that's a cold call. After that, it's no longer a cold call. It gets a
Right.
little warmer, little warmer, little warmer until you built that relationship and you're golden. But
Yeah.
you got to make that first move though, regardless, cold calls or face to face. You got to get your name out there. And let me tell you, I do not know how to order business cards, have not ordered a business card at Berkshire Hathaway. My husband's always done that for me in the past, but I handed out that sucker everywhere I went. Like everyone, like I left a tip, I put my business card. I was at the grocery store, I would hand it out to the cashier. Like I gave it to every single person. And yeah, it's kind of salesy, right? But it worked for me.
Yeah, however you decide to make your contacts, as I call it, I call real estate a full contact sport. Doesn't mean you tackle people. It means you contact them and make sure they know what you do and introduce yourself. And I mean, in real estate, you can literally always be working. I don't recommend that, but you could. At the restaurants, at the supermarket, dry cleaner. All right. Well, we're just about up in time here. So, do you tell me anything else you want
It's
to say to
fast.
these lovely people? That was fast, right?
That was super fast. Hopefully, I did not embarrass you, Rick, and let you down. But no, I don't
This is great.
have any. thing. I just, the agents are amazing, and I'm super excited for the second half of this year is going to do for us. And yeah, that's it.
All right, Kristina. Well, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate you. Keep rocking Arizona. I know they love you, so keep doing that. And I appreciate your time, and we'll talk soon. Bye, everybody.
Okay, bye everyone. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Kristina.